My old man was a drinker. That's the first thing you should know. Bottle on the table before the sun came up to glow. And I learnt the sound of footsteps that don't walk in a straight line. Learnt which nights to stay in my room. Learnt to read the signs, and he'd talk about them. Outer lands, then rings out past the ice. Maps across the kitchen table, telling me to check it twice. And I'd sit there thinking, mate, you're drunk. That's all it ever was. A bloke with broken dreams inventing somewhere else because he couldn't stand the one he had. So he drew another place, and I'd nod along and wait for him to pass out in his chair. And I built a whole religion out of not believing him. That's the boy I was. That's how I learned to care. Then one day he stopped, just stopped, no bottle, clear eyes, steady hands. And he rang me up and said, son, I'd like to make amends. And I heard it in his voice, he wasn't slurring, wasn't gone. This was him, the actual man, the one I'd waited on. And something in my gut said, answer him, go sit down, hear him out. And I chose logic over instinct. I said no, I had my doubts. I said, you don't get to come back just cause you finally feel bad. I've had 20 years of promises, I've had enough of that. Prove it to someone else, I'm done, I'm out, I'm through. And I hung up on my father and I thought I'd earned that too. And I was right on paper, every fact was on my side. Every bit of evidence I had to justify my pride. 2 weeks later they rang me and he's dead. And I remember what I felt and made it wasn't grief instead. It was arguing, still building up my case. Still winning an argument with the man who'd left the place. That's the partner, that he died, that he did the right thing first. That he crossed the room to reach me and I left him in the dirt. He finally became the man I needed him to be. And the only one who wasn't there for it was me. So now I check everything, every claim, every lead, every rumor, every whisper, every story nobody would need. And they call it curiosity, they call it being keen. They say Blake's just a truth seeker, they don't know what it means. Cause I don't chase the truth for truth, let me be honest here. I chase it cause I dismissed the truth and lost him in a year. How do you know? Have you checked? It ain't a clever line, it's an apology I'll be saying till the end of time. Because the truth matters, that's the line I say out loud. Sounds like a philosophy, sounds noble, sounds proud. But turn it over, read the back, it's carved there underneath. The truth mattered and I didn't check, and it cost me everything. And I can't say I was wrong, can't get them words to leave. Cause the last time I was wrong, I lost the only thing I grieve. So I keep going, keep on moving, 10 steps out in front. Stopping feels like hanging up the phone again. That's blunt, that's the truth of it. Every mystery I chase is a man I never let explain himself right to my face. And can he reckons I'm obsessed? He's right, he just don't know with what he thinks it's rings and maps and monsters. Nah mate, it's a phone call that I cut. And then I found the notebooks, boxes of them stacked and stored. His handwriting, he sketches all them charts I once ignored. Ice walls, passages, current star charts, names of ships, tide tables, compass, volts, coordinates and clips. And every single detail that I laughed at checks out. Every bit I checked them twice, then 20 times, and couldn't sleep for it. No fantasy, no fiction, not the rambling of a man who drank his life away. The bloke was taking notes, he was right the whole way. And then a page tucked in the back in a hand that shook and bled. If you're reading this, then you did exactly what I hoped. You didn't believe me, you look good. Keep looking. And I sat down on that floor and I read it 60 times. He knew I'd never trust him. He knew I'd want the proof, so he didn't leave a lecture. He left a road, he left a truth. And here's the thing I never said out loud to anybody yet. Something in them journals doesn't add up, something's off the dates. The final entries where they found him, what they said. There's a version of this story where my father isn't dead, where he walked out of that hospital and straight into the fog, where the man they put a stone up for is somewhere keeping log. And I don't know if that's grief talking or a son who's lost the plot, or the only bit of evidence that I have never got to check. So I keep going outward, ring by ring by ring. And every door I open made I'm asking the same thing. How do you know? Have you checked? Because the truth matters, it matters, it matters. You didn't believe me. You look, keep looking, keep looking, keep looking. I'm not looking for the outer lands, I'm never
be created, nor can it ever be destroyed. It can only ever be transformed from one form to another. Shh. Think about it.